So what I'm doing is my hand is just gonna grab this, so if he tries to pull it away, I stay with him, right? I wanna prevent the post. The second thing I'm gonna do with that bottom leg is I'm gonna trap it over top, then I'm gonna bridge up and over top, okay? And that's just our first basic escapes. What's going on? Today we're gonna be talking about mount escapes, either being squished like a grappler or jiu-jitsu guy is trying to fight you, or what if you start getting like grounded, pounded from a strong mount position, and a whole bunch of what ifs in between. Okay, when it comes down to it, mount sucks. Like, it's not a good place to be. But the way I like to think about it is we start in the worst position possible, or one of the worst positions possible, and we work on it from there. So train hard, enjoy. Okay, so we're in the mountain position. If you notice right away, like one of my legs is straight and one is bent. It doesn't really matter which side that you go, right? It's just making sure that you're aware of that. A lot of times when both legs are up is he can hook his legs together or kind of touch his heels, and then it's hard for me to be able to move and get out of this position. So whenever we're in mount, I always recommend that one leg is flat. I'll put the leg that's flat that's closest to you guys. When you're being mounted, we have to worry about, okay, is their posture high or is it low? So when I refer to posturing, is Eric posturing? That's his body being up, right? I'm going to use very simple terms, or he's squishing. So if he's squishing me, now things change a little bit. Eric did what a lot of people do that have no idea about jiu-jitsu. No, stay, right? Is he just hugged the shit out of me. And this is so very common to see because they're like, I don't want to go anywhere. My arms are squished now. But he's not really giving me any damage. Maybe he can throw me little like kidney shots here, but I could do the same to him. The thing I want you to recognize first off is this oompa, okay? Or sorry, this kind of hook he has around my head sets up my oompa. So what I'm doing is my hand is just gonna grab this, so if he tries to pull it away, I stay with him, right? I wanna prevent the post. The second thing I'm gonna do with that bottom leg is I'm gonna trap it over top, then I'm gonna bridge up and over top, okay? And that's just our first basic escape.
Whatever. Okay. Okay, so mount. So I lift this leg, and this is the leg that I'll be rolling him over on?
It all determines on which arm is grabbing underneath, right?
Okay.
So if he wraps his left arm underneath you,
Yep.
right, then from here, that one has to plant and trap, but now he can't post. So his arm can't post, his leg can't save him in post, so then you're gonna go to the side that has no post. Think of it like four pegs on a table,
Yep.
or legs, right? It's like, if I eliminate these two, the table's gonna fall that way.
And is my thrust being built from this leg?
Yeah, so then in that case there, your right leg, which was straight, or sorry, your left leg was straight,
Yep.
the right leg is now trapping the leg, so now the left leg has to
Yep.
do the bridging
And
itself.
anything with this hand?
We can talk about it in detail, but really as it's right now, just get good at trapping. Nice. Cool.
So a few reps each?
Yeah.
Or one and one? Or?
I always train one for one.
Okay.
Unless like it's a suit, like if you fuck up the first one, right?
Don't pass my gun.
Yeah, get out of here, get out of here. Yes, training kicking in, good.
So I should already be...
Ideally on one side, right? And it's like I said, if you're right-handed, right? But that's the arm that you got to go to. So you trap that leg and then just bridge hard.
Nice.
Oh, sweet. Maybe if we're close to a wall, just grab his left arm or go left arm underneath, right? Because we don't want to go in. Yeah. Trap the leg, big bridge. Nice. And that's how you see when I did the bridge in the demo, like I just went slow.
Great.
Right? Because it's the bridge I want to build. I want to show that I have control. So always think sequential pattern, hand to secure, leg to secure, then bridge, right? So you just muscled it over, right? But there was no leg trap here.
Right.
If you ever feel that's free, Eric, this leg comes out.
And then he can't do it?
Well, let him try. Trap the arm, try to bridge.
Right.
So that's why you got to trap the leg.
Right. Okay. So trap the arm.
Nice, good. They're just like, I need to control the head, I need to control the arm. And I agree with that with jiu-jitsu, that's built for competition. But if I'm grabbing the head and the arm here and say doing like an arm shoulder choke, and he pulls out a right-sided weapon, so say he pulled out a knife and started shanking me and I was walked into this, like, I could be screwed there, right? So there's some things I don't do in jits because Well, I don't want to do it in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training because I don't want it to become a part of my Gong Fu training, if that makes sense. So Eric's kind of here, and when I'm squishing, right, at basic Jiu-Jitsu, if he goes palms on here, he's trying to push off. So it's like I swim out basic Gracie Jiu-Jitsu stuff. But really, if I just wanted to squish this, see if he's fighting that, this is a very bad habit for him to build because I'm just going to spinning armbar, right? So he wants his arms, in this case here, because to the camera, his right leg is straight, his left arm wants to be on top. Okay, and this will really start making sense when we get into our bridge and our shrimp. So as I'm going to crush him, this is where I'm starting now. I'm not starting here. This is postured. So the drill doesn't start until now. So now I'm here. Eric's first thought is to bridge to this side. As he's bridging to that side, he wants to make sure just a little less on your side, more 45. Good, right there. Okay. Right now your back is off the ground. The elbow's in tight. The hand is trying to push me away. So you're engaging your lat and your pec to hold me there into that position. Okay. You don't want me going higher more than anything. That's why that left arm is here. Because now you're here and you're bridging, you're feeling that, and see how I'm trying to walk up? And when I walked up, that wasn't touching me. So when I'm down, the second that you go for your bridge, connect way better. Good. Okay. Just chill more here. Okay. Right. He's going too much on his side. My foot position here, if I was wearing shoes, will most likely be bent up. So that gives him a chance for that leg to hook over top.
This way?
Yep. Grab that and try and pull it over top of his own leg. Okay. It's pretty easy once you get comfortable with it. This arm here, now remember I'm squishing. I'm just posturing up so I can talk to you guys and not mess up my mic. So when I'm here, his elbow is going to be down and he's going to be trying to push my leg up the ramp. My ankle is on top of his femur. So that means that there's less friction. It's only my knee that's on the ground. So he's going to pull his knee up. He's going to push his elbow and try and touch his elbow to his knee, hence elbow-knee escape. Go ahead. Right? Good. And see what he did there is a lot of people stop right here. They're like, my elbow touched my knee, but if you look, my femur is still past the center line of his femur bone. So what he did there naturally was he just kind of pushed that away to finish this motion. Now his right arm is going to come across my throat, okay, and that's going to prevent me from squishing again. Because at this point here, right, he was able to get to there. So now his arm's going to come up here, and now he's going to do a strong bridge straight up. So he goes straight up, and now he's going to shrimp his ass to the camera. Boom. Ideally here, we're just going to rotate for you, because this is where we ended up. Okay, he needs to, with a good shrimp, have enough space to get his knee out, and I don't want you trying to do any extra stuff. The leg is here. This is called a half butterfly guard because his leg is hooked on the inside. This leg would wrap around me, kind of like close guard, and now we're in a big fight. So this is not easy by any means. So again, from the top, okay, we're starting in mount. Again, I'm squishing. He's going that way, so he gets on his side. He creates pressure into my hip. His elbow, he has to trap the leg. So he hooks the leg, pulls it over. Then he pushes his elbow and crunches his knee. Notice how I resisted more there. So when I resist, he must fight me with not his tricep and his hip flexor, but his core. So he's using his abs. He puts his abs in right away. Right arm comes across the face. He bridges up to create the space. Go nice and slow so they can feel it. Okay, it's always better to do things slow. If you can do it slow and controlled, you can do it under pressure. Master every moment you have. So he's bridging up, ass is out. See, weak ass shrimp. Why? Because he's in the future, get in the present. Slapping the house. So he did way better that time. His knee comes in. If he can get it like there, he doesn't have to go butterfly. There's enough space he can get around. Feet come to hips, and we can start. It's a whole nother fight. But we just started in mount, and now we're a guard or open guard or half butterfly guard or closed guard. There's a lot of options. At least you're not being mounted anymore. Sweet, train hard. Bridge up, shrimp out. Okay, lazy shrimp. I'd say like a 60% shrimp, right? When you shrimp.
Okay, so like faster or higher?
Further. The opposite of fast, yeah. Right, so boom, left arm's across chin, bridge up. See, now is a lazy bridge, right? And this is the thing that like everybody does is they're like, I'm gonna do step 2 and step 3 together because I'm gonna do better at it. That's where I catch all you guys. That's when we're going through and we're in jits. I'm like, hey, you tried to rush step 2, fuck you.
Yeah.
Right, so like master this. So bridge, now ass, wait, look how far that is now. Like you have so much more space. It's one thing I wish I would have done way more of when I was a younger belt.
There it is.
Nice, good bridge, sweet. Okay, so now we're gonna deal with probably what everybody fears is the ground and pound, or the mounted ground and pound. So remember, we tend to get into this position so that I'm not taking damage when I'm in mount. I should be trying to work high up and get to a high mount position. But if the person on the bottom's elbows are nice and tight in, it's great for jiu-jitsu. What happens is it opens up his face. And when I see a face that's open, I want to punch a face that's open. So when I'm squishing here and he's fighting me and he's preventing that, now my hands start coming up. And that was pretty good what Eric did there without even talking about it, is his arm came with me. When my posture goes high, now his arm changes and tries to find a rib cage. It could be a boob, it could be a jacket, but the jacket's gotta be a tight. The thing with jackets, if you pull on it, it slips all over the place. What you're really looking for is a connection to the center. If you have wee little arms, you might be able to grab the belt or even into the hip, right? Eric right now, kind of no-gi, we're not grabbing stuff, is connecting to my rib, okay? So here, what he's gonna do is the same sequential pattern, at least for right versus left side of the brain, is he's bridging up, but see what he did wrong there? Was he bridged straight up. So that basically did nothing other than keep me the same distance away. What he needs to do is he needs to bridge over his right shoulder, but the energy is going to go more horizontal than you think. If he goes like a straight wrestling bridge where he bridges straight over his shoulder, it's still high, he's going to slide into an armbar. Okay? So he has to feel this connection. This is like, fuck off, this is my space, don't let me get closer than this. Right? So when he goes to bridge now, yes, way better. Now I'm going to usually plant a hand out because if not, I'm going to fall over, right? So he's got to worry about this punch though. How's he going to make that happen? His bottom leg needs to come in and create space or a frame. So now his bottom leg is here, just rotate a bit. His bottom leg has come in. Now if you notice, he can use his core again. I could punch him here so he extends away. His left leg is now going to wrap over top, replacing where his hand was ideally. This is going to put his foot on me so that if I continue trying to punch, he just kicks away and then hopefully stands up before I jump back on top of him. One more time. The person on top plays a large role in this. And that's why you can see is I'm not doing the demonstrations Eric is, so he's getting the right kind of energy. If you're working at home, you might have the wrong energy. Well, that's okay. You're going to start figuring out when you figure out the whole mount curriculum of like, what should I be doing? So I'm squishing, I'm not wrapping my hand under, because if I wrap the hand under, he's going to oompa sweep me. So now I'm kind of posting out a little bit, but he's really starting to push down. I feel him start trying to turn on his side a little, and now I start throwing bombs. So see that posture, he gets that connection right away. You might eat a punch here, so at least cover. And like, see what he did first, he covered that. Look, this whole side of his face is open. Now he wants to put his hand on that side. That's a good teaching lesson for your partner. Like, don't slap the shit out of him, but be like, hey, I can punch you. And they'll be like, oh, I'll cover it. So he covers it. I'm like, hey, I can punch you in the eye. Why is he worried about eye hit, right? The strongest part of your head is right in the middle. So if you see the punch coming, face it. And it might be that, and then bridge. Like, you're in a fight. Hold on. It's never going to be perfect. Sequential pattern is most important. He fucked up. He went step 3. Then he kind of went to half 1. We make every one count. 1, good. 2, extend. No. 2, extend. Good. 3, yes, kick. Boom, and we're back. If we build the wrong pattern in our head, step 1, step 3, step 2, that's what you're gonna do under stress. He is not in stress right now. You are training with your friends. Help them get better. So he goes up, I'm posturing to punch. He might eat 1 or 2, but he knows to connect to me and bridge. He builds a good bridge, knee, extension, foot, kick. Beautiful, way better. It takes time, guys. It's not just gonna get there. So when you have such a limited schedule in your training, you're gonna have to be able to put some time into it. But maybe it's only 10 minutes. So if you train the wrong pattern, you fucked it all up. So take your time and do it right. Don't rush, not while we're drilling. Train hard, right? Throw the right hand, which is gonna hit him.
Okay.
Good. Because he's light, you sit up and then you push him over.
Okay.
Go.
So from here.
Like that's as far as you get.
Right.
So you extend more. There you go. Yeah, that was better. That was better.